we have His Excellency Aboubakary Siddiki, who is the presidential candidate and leader of the Patriotic Movement for the Salvation of the Cameroonians. And he's with us in this, by link. And if you're watching us wherever you are, on YouTube, on DSTV, GoTV, StarTime, all well and good. But just remember one fact. Cameroon has gone through 42 years of leadership by one rule, and that is the person of His Excellency Paul Biya. Now, he's in his early 90s, and so staying in power for that long, it means a lot. So now the country is yearning for a new leadership, maybe a youthful one, and so that's why we have somebody like Aboubakary Siddiki, who is the presidential candidate, and then, well, Your Excellency, you're welcome to the program. Can you hear me now?
Good evening. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me tonight on your channel.
Thank you. Now, yeah, the whole of Africa is watching you, so I'm very happy. I want to ask you a question regarding how you managed to face your trials. You were once detained, and you were tried by the military regime, and I think you were also court-martialed. So what was imprisonment like? And what was your experience like in all of those things? And how come that did not deter you from wanting to run for the leadership in Cameroon?
Thank you. Like you said, good evening to all my compatriots, Cameroonian, and good evening to all Africans. I am a real Pan-Africanist, and it's a pleasure for me to take with you, Mr. Tony. You are a senior and international. Like you said, we are here to talk first about Cameroon, but to talk to Cameroonian, to see how we can end these 43 years of corruption, 43 years of mismanagement, 43 years. Cameroon is so deep that it is time for us, for all Africans to join together to help us to remove Cameroon inside the hole where we are now. It is time. Cameroon deserves to change. So it is time for everybody to have an eyes of Cameroon. We have election in 4 months. This election is very crucial. We hope by this we will change the narrative. We will change the paradigm. You know, Cameroon is the heart of Africa. Cameroon is a smaller border of Nigeria. For example, we are sharing 2,000 kilometers border. We have around 6 countries. Some are landlocked countries like Chad and Central Africa. That's meaning if Cameroon is not turning very well, these countries are punished too because of mismanagement of Cameroon. So it is time to change Cameroon. We are here for this. We are here to offer our program, to offer our way to govern Cameroon, to manage Cameroon, to make Cameroon rise up quickly in one term, because our term is 7 years.
Okay. Now, 7 years, that's a good time. 7 good years. What was your experience like when you were detained by the military? You were detained by the military.
Sorry?
You were detained by the military. You know, you were tried, military trial. It was an experience for you. What was it like? Yes, the trial.
Yeah, you know, I don't hope anybody to be in military court, even if it is my worst enemy. I have been tried in jail. My trial was first they wanted to put me for life.
Wow.
And after it's 25 years jail, I did more than 5 years, around 6 years in jail, in first jail. So it is time to stop this one, to bring back freedom, to bring back justice. Justice, we need to do the separation between the judiciary power and the civilian power. From there, I think we can settle the justice. We can settle the justice quickly. So, what's happened is happened. Now it is our duty to do our best to not see another Cameroonians like to face what we face against this regime. It is our duty and the duty of all Africans to bring back democracy in Africa. If Cameroon is not working, trust me, it is a heart of Africa. It will be difficult to say that Africa will rise without Cameroon. So it is time to help Cameroon to go out of this path. And for this, justice is very important. Like I said before, we are going to do the separation between the civilian and the military. As normal, as civilian, our law in Cameroon don't allow to bring me in justice, military justice. But now, from time that the head of justice, the military justice in Cameroon is led by the president, is using this military tribunal, this military court against all his competitors. So it is time to stop this.
Okay, that brings me the question of human rights. How will you manage this to ensure that there is fundamental human rights, amongst the people that you will govern, if you were made president?
It is a pity. It is a pity that when we have this program, around 200 prisoners, we have around 200 political prisoners in Cameroon.
Wow.
We have to free them quickly. So, Human Rights Watch, with a mosaic country, that's meaning a cosmopolitan country, due to our culture, our religion, our differences, we used to say that Cameroon is Africa in miniature. That's meaning we have all Africa in one country. So if you want this country to success, the only thing is to bring back democracy and bring back a human right. So no more human rights violation again. We cannot, like we speak today, there is some ONG, what we said, that's meaning non-organization,
non-governmental organization.
Organization of human rights who are blocked now, who are cell now. They close them. So we have to fight it. We have to do our best to fix for human rights in Cameroon, like in the level of all the countries where we can say people are respecting Human Rights Watch.
Good. From what you're saying, democracy is very important. That's what you're saying. Democracy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, it's only democracy who can lead. You cannot lead Cameroon without democracy. Like I said, it's a mosaic. Cameroon have a multicultural country, a multi-ethnic country. So it's only democracy where you can see who the majority like. And democracy is not meaning that, okay, you have to oppress the minority too. You have to see how to manage the majority and the minority, but the law of democracy is a game of number. So only democracy can help us to stop what we are facing now in Cameroon.
Yeah.
This lack of democracy and this lack of transparency make Cameroon now, we are in war in our southern part. In Anglophone side of Cameroon, we are facing one war. This war is because if you have democracy, you have dialogue. Inside democracy, you have negotiation. You can understand each other. Because of this tyranny and this of lack of democracy, now 20% of our citizens are in war against the central government, against their brothers. So we must bring back democracy and human rights quickly and stop human rights violation.
Okay. I'm happy to hear what you said now, because from what I'm gathering from it is Anglophone and Francophone sides of Cameroon have a reason to unite, right? The Anglophone side is the minority. The Francophone is the majority. And you want to make sure they dialogue, yeah? What about security?
Yeah.
What about security?
Security, you know, we are facing too much insecurity now in Cameroon. We have war against Boko Haram in far north.
We also have in Nigeria.
We have trans-border insecurity with Central Africa. We have this dirty war that we are facing in southern Cameroon, in two regions. We have kidnappers, we have robbers. So all this one need to be settled. So how to settle it? The first thing is the international insecurity. The head of state of this country who are fighting this gangrene must meet together, must meet from time to time to fix and to find solution. The chief of army and the intelligence must meet every time. How can we have a country like Nigeria who is facing Boko Haram? We are facing Boko Haram. But our president, now the ruling president in Nigeria is here 2 years, but they never have meeting between Cameroon president, Chad president, Niger president, and Nigeria president. It's a full country where we are fighting Boko Haram. In 2 years, you know, Nigeria, you have a short term, you have 4 years. So it's so short. We have 7 years term.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, we can hear you. Okay, so there's a bit of a technical hitch there, a bit of freeze. We'll be right back. Let's just correct it. We'll take a short break and be right back, please. Welcome back. Yes, we're going to get a smooth sail now because His Excellency Aboubakary Siddiki is with us. Yes, you can hear me now, sir. I believe so. You can. Good.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry about the nonsense that's going on, but let's look at, you were on the cross-border cooperation amongst countries, especially with insecurity.
Yeah.
Can you finish that before we go into the other side of it? This is first of its kind, and I have to deal with it, whether I like it or not, whether we like it or not in the studio. And so please bear with us if it's not very clean for your vision out there. However, The idea is to ensure that a nation, an African nation, is doing its best, one, to rule, govern well, two, to ensure that they carry the people along, and three, to battle corruption, battle insecurity, especially with all the kidnappings and, goings on that's happening to us all over, especially in West African countries. So when we have a very learned man like His Excellency Aboubakary Siddiki, who is a presidential candidate of the Cameroon and also the a leader of a party that ensures or wants to ensure, very interesting and very important followership amongst these local people. Right, I'm told you can hear me now, and I was just bantering away. Can you hear me now, sir? I'm sorry about this whole unfortunate incident.
Yeah.
Right, good. So
it's happened. Don't worry, it's happened. It's technology.
Thank you very much. You said just that this is the first of its kind to us here.
So anyway. I was talking about security.
Yes.
Security within our countries and insecurity between our country is the backbone of development.
Yes.
Nothing can be built in war. No investment and no investor can venture in a country where there is an insecurity. I am sometimes surprised to see politician announcement like reconstruction or rehabilitation plans while the war is full swinging. A global response to a global
problem
attack need to be done. So we must multiply cooperation between our states.
Yes.
More than what's happened now. And I said, especially in intelligence and army. We have a deep knowledge of the war. We know the protagonists. The only thing is to bring back all our country together and to bring a global attack and a global reaction against insecurity. Any country cannot afford fighting his own security when people who are bringing insecurity are going part and order. So we need a global response, like I say, by more meeting between our countries, more meeting between intelligence, more meeting, and the army too, they need to be equipped. We cannot have an equipped and training a good army in one country and an army who under equipped in another country. So all this meeting will help us to fix our armies. We have like example the multinational force that we have created to fight Boko Haram. Niger withdraw themselves of this force. There is no meeting after this one to see how to pass the departure, for Niger. This one, people who are bringing insecurity, if they see our country doing like this, they understand that countries are not ready to fight against them. I didn't give them opportunity to kill our civilians, to kill and to attack us. I see one report today telling that 10,000 Nigerians die due to insecurity. In my country last month, we lose around 21 soldiers in Cameroon.
Oh.
How long time will we continue to be knocked like this without knocking? How long time will we stay without stopping it definitely. Like I said, we cannot develop our country if there is insecurity. Nobody can come and invest the money in your country when you are facing insecurity. So to fight insecurity is the first task.
Yeah.
For any government, it will be our first task. It's for that we said in my program, the first thing that I will do is bring back the security in southern Cameroon by pushing quickly dialogue between Cameroonians, between all the protagonists of this war, and find the solution. From there, we can concentrate ourselves and to see how to fight another person who are going and don't have boundary. These people who are doing insecurity in Nigeria, in Cameroon, Chad, they don't have boundary. They are looking all this country like where they can go and do their razzia. So we have to stop it.
I share your views on this very strongly. But there's another issue that's bothering me. Corruption is also part and parcel of this whole insecurity thing. You know, you talked about protagonists and all of that. So how do you battle corruption if you come to power? Corruption, like I say, is a gangrene. Although in Cameroon we have many tools to fight corruption, we can say that now that the first person who protects corruption in Cameroon is the president. We have our law who said every person who in charge of responsibility must declare his belonging before to start, to step up. He refused to implement this decree. So from there, people find a way to go on corruption. You know, corruption, we can fight corruption in 2 or 3 levels. The first level is to make file to not be long. That's meaning, you know, file must go quickly. We need a secretary of a government where we can control file and clear it quickly. You know, when there is possibility for someone to stay with a file a month in his office, he will create himself a gate of corruption. This is the first thing. The second thing is with technology. We can go quickly by electronic payment. No need again to go from cash to cash. When you see the toll gates, even we remove the toll gates in Cameroon because we don't have road. But when you see the toll gate, you can remove this cash payment, or you can do it the way that, okay, it will be automatically know how much the state can earn at the time. You understand? So, you know, when people take the public fund and you arrest them, like we are in Cameroon now, we are doing now in Cameroon, we have around 20 ministers in prison, we have chief of staff in prison, the prime minister in prison. It's not a solution. When you are arresting them without arresting their belonging, it's not a solution. You know, when you see how the wardeners in prison are living, these people are above the wardener. They are using their money from prison. But if you arrest and if you follow the belonging inside and outside, you can a minimum bring back something. Another way is maybe to see how these people, you can push them to invest what they have reaped inside the country. So corruption is, like I said, is a big cancer of our country. We have been first in the war. So
my first task after insecurity, to fight insecurity, is to fight corruption. I have the tools that I will propose to Cameroonians in the right time.
Okay. There are two things there. In Nigeria, we have three, pillars. Legislature, that's National Assembly. Executive, that's the presidential. And then there's the judiciary. Okay? So these three are supposed to be independent of one another. How is it in your country, Cameroon?
Yeah. Oh, in Cameroon, we're supposed to be independent. All institutions, that's meaning the parliament, that's meaning our speaker, the parliament, the senate, the judiciary, the executive, everybody. But it's not all depend of the president of the republic. He's the first magistrate of the country. He's the one who is the president of justice. He's the one who nominates everybody in justice. Everything is coming from him. This one we have to separate it. We have to share it. We have to cut this link between judiciary and executive. From there, if the judiciary is independent, it will help, and everybody will be on his guard, because we know that justice. Nobody is above the justice. So when the justice have freedom and have hand free, it will be easy for them to attack executive and to attack another power. So this one will not be only a words before, it will not be a slogan, it will be a reality. We are going to do the separation between like I said, the judiciary power, the judicial power, and the executive power.
Okay. Well, there's the media, newspapers, television, radio. How much independence do you think they should get? Because they are the fourth estate of the realm. Independence, media independence.
When you see in the document, when the paper, we can say Cameroon is a real democracy. We have more than 20 television, 100 or 200 radio. We have newspaper, but in the reality, we have the administration who is above them. They are not free. As we speak now, we have journalists in prison in Cameroon. We have the case of this journalist Martinez Zogo, who was killed. Now 2 years, they didn't bury him. He's always there. The family is waiting. They didn't start the trial. You understand? So, journalists are the referee of democracy. With oath, they will be in the heart of the system, because we need them for education, for collecting information, for collecting news and giving it back in respect of law. So, if you want your country to run very well, you need journalists like referee of your democracy. So, journalists, human rights watch organization can be sure that with us, they will get hand free to work.
So there will be no intimidation.
Intimidation? How can you intimidate somebody if you don't have something to hide? When you put a journalist in prison, that's meaning you have felt something. When you control their line, when you control their program, that's meaning you have something to hide. You refuse to debate. You are a government. You are the one who ruling the country. You must face all kind of questions. It's normal, because you are the one who rule the country, who is the guarantee of this country inside and outside. So where is the link between your population and you? Who can be there to watch you minute by minute, day by day, watching what you are doing, correcting you somewhere? It's only journalists and human rights organizations. But if you put them in the side, you intimidate them, that's meaning you have something to have, you are not clean. If you are clean, you cannot afraid a journalist. If you are clean, you cannot afraid a human rights organization.
Now, let's look at the youth, young people. What's your plan for the youth in Cameroon?
Sorry?
Young people, young people.
Ah, youth.
Yes.
Youth.
What's your plan for them?
Youth are around 80% of Cameroon.
Whoa, big.
I am very sad when I hear that among people who are dying in desert, there is too much Cameroonians. Now, if you go to prison in Libya, Algeria, Tunisia, and others, there is a lot of Cameroonians. Some Cameroonians are dying in Bolivia and others, or in Mexico, because they want to join USA. How can we have a country like Cameroon and go out? That's meaning there is a mismanagement. Cameroon is a heaven on earth. I will never hear about this. I will never accept again that one young Cameroon. I want all Cameroonians who are brought to come back. We need them to build the country. You see, Cameroon is we have resources, untouched resources. We have gold, we have diamond, iron ore, we have whatever you need we have in Cameroon. Our agriculture, we have cotton, we have cassava, we have it's just because the government is absent. The government is not behind youth. Youth, when you see, I was in prison with some young guys, some young Cameroonians who joined Boko Haram. When I asked them why do you join Boko Haram, they said, okay, in my place, in my village, the only thing who can show me that I'm in Cameroon is only a flag and the policeman that I see in the road.
Wow.
There is no development, no road, no infrastructure, no medical care, nothing. So if you start to rebuild Cameroon like we wanted to do now, we are going to put all Cameroon in project. We are going to build Cameroon, not one part of Cameroon, not one region, not two regions. We are going to put all Cameroon in work. We are going to reset and restart Cameroon. If youth have their salary, if youth have, for example, a student, they must be paid monthly. Before we are doing it, we are a small country, we don't have too much. I will cancel some institution, I will take this money to give to the student. This is in my program. So youth in Cameroon, we need them to rebuild the country. We need to build trend. We need to when you close company and big infrastructure, when you close big company like we did in Cameroon, more than 60 big company closed. You cannot open the airport are not working. There is no aircraft. There is no train. There is no work for youth. But we gonna restart this Cameroon. We are going to launch the road. The bridge, hospitals. So all this one will bring job. So youth, from time that they have job, they can do the plan of their life. It's because they don't see the future. They don't see they are front of the world. Nobody talk to them. They are looking at them not like resources. Youth are resources. When you see some country like Canada importing youth, you can understand that youth youth are a resource. When you have youth, it's like having gold, like having diamond. So can you have this such of resource and let it go? No. We need youth to build and rebuild our country. We have already talked with several big investors, top range personality who are ready to come and invest in Cameroon. They need this youth to be inside this investment. We have to launch Cameroon. We want Cameroon to be in 7 years an example and a country where everybody in the world wish to come.
That's a good one. So as we round off, I just want just one major issue. How do you reduce ethnic tension and Anglophone and Francophone relationship? Tension. Unite Cameroon.
There is no tension. There is something who is deep. I have been jailed with all the leaders of Anglophone side of Cameroon. What's happened? In 2016, let me explain to you. In 2016, Anglophone, they don't have the same motto, they don't have the same understanding, they don't have the same background of democracy like us Francophone. There was before 1961, they know what is freedom, they know what is democracy. So we bring them inside the unitary system. Instead of respecting their culture, their rule, and using their knowledge of democracy to help us with Francophone, we try to assimilate them inside Francophone. We did it around 40 years. But inside these 40 years, Anglophone, if you see the level of education, there is more people educated in Anglophone side than in Francophone side. So what's happened? They start to say to the government that your way of democracy, your democracy is not a fake, it's a fake democracy, it's not a normal democracy. We want to be part of this country. We want to build this country. They have power they have too much people abroad like engineers and doctors who wanted to do something to Cameroon. So in 2016, they went out to protest. The government opposed this protester a hard knock by killing some, by bringing some in prison. This is the beginning of the problem. Just people who want to march, to do manifestation, telling people that, okay, we are not happy with what you are doing, instead of putting them around the table and listening to them, listen and solve the roots of the problem, because the problem was there. From 1961, the problem was there. The problem never died. So instead of resolving this problem, he bring them in the prison, and he bring in the prison people who are ready for dialogue and negotiation. From time that you did it, the people who are behind them know that they have no solution that go against you, go by war. They start this war but then gone. We get time, more than 10 years. No one day we didn't try to have a real solution. We did what we call national dialogue. We did it in Yaoundé without calling the real protagonist. At this time, Sisiku and Co, that they arrested in Nigeria to extradite in Cameroon, was outside. How can you do a dialogue without the people who are leading what's happening in the land?
Yeah.
I can name you all the people who are behind what's happening in Cameroon, because I've been in prison. I know the roots of problem. So they know me very well. They know that as soon as I'm in power, it's matter of hours. It's not matter of days. I don't want to see again my young boys, my soldier dying. I don't want to see. We are now around 3,000 people died. 1 million people in asylum. 2,000 schools are closed. There is some part of Cameroon where there is no government. There's no government. There's no.
Yes.
Sorry.
We must end the show now, sir. We must round off now. We must round off. We have to.
So it's for that, we need we need dialogue,
Yeah.
inclusive dialogue, without precondition, with all the protagonists,
Yes.
to find the solution between us, because between us, it is Cameroonian fighting Cameroonians.
So we must end
You
the
know,
program
when
now
you see
because
what they are doing,
and news is coming up. News is coming up, so we have to end the program now. Thank you so much, sir. And I'm going to have another opportunity to talk to you. And I wish you success as you move along. Thank you, sir. God bless you also on Soni Irabor Live. We must end this program. Thanks for joining us. Bye-bye now.